Hello everyone, this is Glenn with the Southern Delta Church of Wicca ATC here in Lake City, Arkansas. Today is the day. I got some stuff I got to get moved from our new property. I got to get all of these logs moved off to the side. The old fence row is coming from over there all the way down. It's going to be the edge of what's going to be Demeter's garden. So Terry and Joe are about to head to Lowe's so they can pick up a set of supplies to put up a pole barn back here for the tractor. As you can see, Joe's been back here clearing it out quite a bit. Got a lot more to do. We're going to be putting an easement on through there so we can come out on Lake Street. So right now, I'm about to get the tractor cranked up, get it moved over here, start loading up the front end loader, and trying to get some of this stuff moved out of the way so I can get started. I'm probably going to put all this wood over here. That plan might change, we'll see. It's going to be a long day though. As soon as I get all this picked up, I'm about to get started tilling all this land up. So stay with me for this episode of the Pagan Gardener. Okay, so to start off, the first thing I'm about to do is get all these logs that we cut off this tree and get them moved around to the front of the church, close to where our wood pile is. So now I'm about to get up here and get this thing all cranked up. So once I get it cranked up, you ain't gonna hear me talk. I'll try to get some video while I'm doing this. Sounds really good. So I'm about to pull this over there, get that front end loader set right by those logs. I'm gonna load it up, kind of teeter it, balance it on there. I'm gonna move it around to the front. So here we go. It is hot today in Lake City, Arkansas. I've been out here cleaning up all the debris, all the heavy logs that come off the tree we cut down. Been moving all the fencing and the tin up against the church building. Went through and raked all the trash that was on the top of what's going to be the garden. So now I'm about to back the tractor up to the 12-foot line by the road. I have these blocks placed here to mark that 12-foot line. I'm going to stay on the inside of the blocks because we're going to end up putting a fence on the outside of them. So now I'm about to crank this thing up and we're going to get started tilling up this garden. So there used to be a general store that sat right here on this property. Main Street, Lake City, just like any other main street in the United States, was the most hustling, bustling place in an area. So the general store that sat here would have serviced a lot of people. Terry was able to acquire the lumber from that building that went into our temple building way over there on the other side of the property. But what I found tilling up the ground is that about every 6 feet or so, I'm running into foundation blocks. Each one's a little different. This one happened to be broken up into pieces. The last one that I found that was in that hole happened to be rather large. I'm guessing that it held up a enormous floor joist, probably made out of cypress. And this is what it looks like. So this thing was sitting just like that in the ground, like a little pyramid. I also found an old cinder block. That was a 6 foot before that. So there is no telling how many of these things are out here. It's like a minefield of concrete. I have no idea where the next one's going to be. But I'm starting to see the pattern of every 6 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig some little craters all the way across, so I at least have some type of marking of what's coming up. But I'm going to get through this row, and I'm going to start on this one, go as far as I can for the day, and I'm going to have to pick it up another day. So today is day 3 of being out here breaking ground on our community garden, on our new community garden. I didn't get any footage of actual tilling or anything yesterday because we ran into a bit of a mess. So right here, this trench that's running along, I don't know how that I didn't hit it that first day, but I sure got a hold of it yesterday. That's an old septic line from who knows how long. It's made out of cast iron, so it's brittle enough that the tines hit it and might just bust to pieces. But we pulled a section out back here that ran along this way. Still got a little bit of the impression right here. It ran right through there, but it didn't actually connect, and that's it. We just pulled it out. It came out real easy. Didn't really have any kind of connection on nothing else, but this one runs that trench, comes here, curves around, and then runs all the way across the property somewhere. We haven't found the end to it yet. But for now, I'm going to have to stop doing any tilling with the tractor because this thing's about 1 foot deep. So I got my tools out today. Got all kinds of goodies. We're going to dig this thing up. And once we get it uncovered, we're going to hook a chain onto it and pull that sucker up, bust it to pieces, and get it out of the way. And then I can continue on with breaking ground. I even brought out the big boy today, the asthmatic. Yeah, there it is. That's a beast of a tool. It will move some dirt, and that's what I got to do, is I got to get some dirt moved. So stay tuned, keep going, keep watching, and we're going to make this all tilled up as soon as we get this pipe out. Well, that's one part of it. So, as you can see, this is that ancient septic line that run across the property. Got more of it we got to get out over there. Had to take the little hammer and bust it. Still got a little bit to get right here. I'm going to have to get the chain under this last section. It'll break off at that, hopefully. But this is going to be the line for the garden now anyway. So all I got to do is get this last section out, and that'll be this part, and then I'll get that section over there out. So we're about to break for lunch. I got to get some diesel for the tractor because we're sitting on E at this point. Yeah, it's hot out here in Lake City today. Very happy I got a volunteer to help me out, and we're going to keep this up after lunch, so stay tuned. Snapping? That's the end of it? All right. Let's get it down there, and then we'll lift it up and we'll pull it out. Oh, we want to use that other part of the pipe? We are almost done getting all of this septic line out. As soon as we do, I want to get back to tilling up this ground.
All right, you're free and clear that thing.
All right. I just want to give a big shout out to Cody. He's been a big help out here on this project. He's been spotting me all the way on this tractor, and I gotta say it's been a big blessing. So thank you, Cody. Thank you. Now we're going to sit something up underneath the big pipe. We're going to use a piece of the other part of the pipe, get the chain off there, and then we're going to get a little sledgehammer and bust it up into pieces and move it out the way, and we're going to get back to tilling. tell you what, the tractor dealership that we got this from, they said you need to go and put it through its paces, work it to death, do everything you can, because we're going to have to get in there, tighten up a bunch of bolts and stuff when it's all said and done. So I think what we're doing is definitely going to qualify as working the hell out of it. was hoping to have all the roads done before I ran out of diesel. I was really close though. All right, we have all the ground broken on Demeter's garden. Every bit of it. Went over it twice, deep as the tiller could go, which was really deep. We ran over a septic pipe yesterday, and that was about a foot in the ground. So this thing goes really deep, and it pulled a lot of that nutrients up from the bottom, from that bed soil that's way down deep. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Pagan Gardener. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a big old thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos we got coming out. We ain't done. No, we got a lot to go. Now comes the fun part, raking. We're going to have to get a lot of rakes out here. Rake everything out. I found so much stuff. All the way, dates back all the way to post-revolution. I'm just playing, but a long time ago, back when that general store was here, back when the house was here. So lots of bricks. We're going to end up having to have us a workshop on doing brick dust for magic, I'm telling you, because there's a lot of bricks out here. I got 2 front-end loaders full of just regular clay bricks. So until next time, for the Pagan Gardener, this is Reverend Glenn Garrison saying, blessed be.